I spent $460 on these 5 boxes containing a bunch of LEGO Star Wars sets, and in this video we'll go through all the boxes one by one to find out how much all these sets are worth. Without further ado, let the unboxing begin. Alright, so we'll start off with this big box right here. So this is a big box, probably the biggest in this bundle. I wonder what's inside that one. Honestly, there's so many in there. I actually saved up a lot for this one, so I'm not sure which box contains which sets. Here's our first set, and this is a very cool one. This is the 75103 First Order Transporter set. It's in this bubble wrap, so you know what? Let's open it up. I want to see the box condition. Very well packed though by the seller. There we go. So that's the set right here, brand new seal, as you can see right here. This one's almost open, but it's not. Same here. This set is really cool. I remember when it first came out, I was actually a lot younger. It's been, what, 10 years now? Yeah, we're 2025, so 10 years ago it was released. And I remember it was such a cool set because of Captain Phasma, the Flame Troopers, all the Stormtroopers. It was a really good way to build your First Order army, especially since it was the first set that was released. There's a little crease right here, but all in all, the box is still in pretty good condition. Not bad for a brand new set. I think for this one I spent like 190 Canadian dollars, so I didn't get that much of a good deal, but the set is worth like 250, so it's still pretty good in Canadian dollars, of course, whatever that is in US. And next up we have this box right here. It says fragile, so that's a nice thing that the seller added. I'm not sure if the shipping companies really care if it says fragile, but whatever. Let's open it up. Okay, some yellow protection.
Hello there.
Oh, nice. It's actually well packed. All individually packed, so very, very cool. This is great because if it's all mixed up together, then it's a lot of work for me to, you know, put all the sets back together. So I always ask the sellers to make sure to separate them by bags, and this one did a magnificent job, so really appreciate it. This is the Ahsoka Starfighter. I believe that's the name of it. It was released not a long time ago. Actually, it was released, I think, in 2023 or 2022. Whenever the Ahsoka series was released. I wonder if the minifigures are in there. Yes, they are. Here are the minifigures. As you can see, we got this Ahsoka. Oh, those are all the minifigures for all the sets. But you can see there's the Inquisitor Ahsoka and then Sabine and the droid, of course. The next set is this one. This is a A-Wing. This one was released actually in 2019 for the Rise of Skywalker, as you can see right here with the instruction manual, which is actually in good condition too. You have this exclusive Snap Wexley. The only difference between this one and the other one is his eyes. There's like a little line under them. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really not a big difference. It's basically the same minifigure, but just worth like $1 more because it's exclusive to that set. We had the instruction manual for the Ahsoka Starfighter. And lastly, probably the best set in this box, the Captain Rex helmet. It's kind of destroyed, but you know, it's complete. No minifigures in this one, but honestly, I'm a big fan of this Captain Rex helmet. It looks really nice. It's probably my favorite helmet from Star Wars so far that LEGO has done. Well, now we'll move on to the next box. And by the way, I got really lucky on that one. It was only $60 in total, even with the shipping cost. So that's about what, 40 US dollars, something like that. And those sets are retailing for a lot more than that, because some of them are still retailing. Like the Captain Rex helmet is like, what, 60 US. So basically I got 3 sets for the price of 1. That was a really fantastic deal. I got really lucky on that one. All right, we still have a few more boxes to go. I think we'll keep the biggest for last. Let's do this one first. Man, I'll have to change my blade. It's starting to be a bit weak. Okay, this one's pretty cool. This is another really cool little box with a bunch of sets in it and a lot of minifigures. We'll start off with the sets because the minifigures are just part of the sets. We do have, though, this little droid. That was the one that was released in the, I think it's called AT-RT from the 501st Battle Pack in 2014. This one goes for about $8 alone, I believe, something like that. And it's supposed to be complete. The pieces are probably just all mixed up together. At least this time, though, I have to say, because there's not a lot of sets, it's not a big deal that the seller just, you know, packed them all together like that. But it would have been nice, though, if he separated them. But because it's only, what, like 2-3 sets, it's no big deal. We do have, though, the Vulture droid. That one is worth a lot. I think complete, it's like $60. It can be 50, but usually it's like 50 to 60, depending if it's complete or not. This one should should be mostly complete. I think it's just the minifigures that are missing some like weapons and stuff. We do have some extra wings right here. Well, not extra, but we have the wings. We have the little Y-Wing microfighter, Resistance Y-Wing. I'll just connect the little pieces here. This is a little Resistance Y-Wing microfighter from 2019, I'd say, and it came with the Zori minifigure. Not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right. That character that was in The Rise of Skywalker. I haven't watched a movie in a while. I haven't rewatched it because honestly, it wasn't my favorite movie. It wasn't that great. I don't even remember seeing Zori in it. But anyways, these parts right here are part of this droid. I'm not sure how to connect them and all that, but it should be complete nonetheless. We do have a random Iron Man with the wrong helmet, but I got a really good price for that one. I think it was like $5, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just grab it. Just the helmet alone is worth about that, maybe a bit less. Then we do have another microfighter. This time it is the TIE Interceptor, right? Because of the wings. So this is a pretty cool one, worth about what, $10, $15 used. Most of the value is just in that minifigure that's worth like $5. So not a big set, but it was so cheap that I just decided to grab it as well. We also have this speeder bike right here. This is the one with the bounty hunters. And here are the minifigures, right? So I'll just show you real quick. As you can see, actually, I'll open up the bag because it's kind of hard to see. In there, we actually have some extra minifigures too, because this droid right here, and actually a few other ones, we have some battle droids, were just added to this shipment. They're not really in any sets. We have the commando droid that's worth like $4, then a battle droid that's worth about $2. We have another one. Here's Zori. I was talking about a minifigure earlier. Pretty detailed. Like, I gotta say, it's a nice minifigure, but it's not worth much. It's like $4. We have the Nemodian. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's Nemodian Warrior. That one is worth about $12. It's actually an expensive minifigure, but it's because it's exclusive, right? We also have that one from Classic Space. It's probably though in a series. It was probably released in a series poly bag. It's not really relevant to the sets though. We have this boss here from the Lego movie. I think that's him. And then we have all the droids that were part of the set with the bounty hunter, and the most important one is Bosk. That's worth like $15. Bosk alone is like worth more than the retail price of the set, I believe, which is crazy. And then we have a Buzz droid, and those are always nice to have. I'm not sure how you put that piece right here, but it should be complete once I figure out how to put it. Maybe it's like this, I don't know. Anyways, this one, actually the Buzz droid is worth quite a bit. I think they go for like $10, maybe a bit less, but they're actually expensive considering that they're just droids. For this one, I spent like 80 Canadian dollars, so that's what, like 50 US. So a really good deal. There's just the Vulture droid alone is worth that. So that was a snipe. The only missing piece is the gun. But the thing that's funny is that I have a bunch of extra ones, so it's really not a big deal for me. I'll just replace it with what I have, so it's all good. All right, we'll save the biggest box for last. So next up, we'll go with this smaller box right here. This smaller box, if I remember correctly, has some minifigures. It's mainly minifigures. There we go. Those are Star Wars, and then we have some other themes, a mixture of themes, right? Just some extra parts. And honestly, this seller was just trying to like get rid of all his minifigures. That was also another amazing deal. But the most important ones are the Star Wars. I'm not going to be too focused with the other themes, right? Because this is a Star Wars video. All right. Okay, so I got all of that for like 100 Canadian dollars. So that would be what, like 70 US? And just right here, we have a Utapau Trooper with the wrong helmet. But actually, I think the right helmet is in there. Yeah, it's right here. Here we go, Utapau Trooper, worth about, I'd say $13 to $14, not 40. Right there, that's a really nice minifigure. Another one that basically made me purchase the entire lot was this Shakti. Although it's missing its hairpiece, it is still a very valuable minifigure. Even if I purchase the hairpiece, I'll be able to, you know, sell it as a complete minifigure. But just like this, in this condition, I could probably sell it for like $20, even though it's missing its hair. Also, we have the Eathcoth hair right here. Those are worth about $10, so that's another nice piece. Of course, Bib Fortuna was also a nice minifigure found in this bundle. I don't know if it's the right head though. It might be the wrong head, but nonetheless, it's a really cool minifigure. This is the one, I believe, from 2012, but I'm not sure. If I can get the right head or the right pieces, it's worth about $20. What else do we have? Oh, no way. No freaking way. Is this Darth Malgus? No freaking way. I think this is Darth Malgus torso. I had no clue it was in this bundle because I couldn't see everything. This is insane. If that's actually Darth Malgus's torso, that's crazy. I don't even know how much it's worth, but I know it's worth a lot. And sure, it's missing one arm, but like that's super cheap to replace. It's like 15 cents or something. Wow, okay, I'm actually excited. That was a really good find. Very unexpected, but just with the torso and all these minifigures here, I have to say we're already like back in our money with this bundle. It's actually a crazy bundle. And then of course we have a Gamorrean guard because, you know, it wasn't good enough yet. We needed another really cool minifigure. That one is worth about, I'd say, 10 bucks. All the pieces in this bundle are just really good. Like these are nice. These are worth quite a bit. They're like, you know, $2-3 each. That torso for the Utapau Trooper is another like $2. Those ARC Trooper legs are another $2. Honestly, if you're looking to buy like a bunch of pieces for a really good deal, I would actually just probably auction them on eBay or sell them for really cheap. So just let me know. You can check out my eBay store or my own store, my own website. The links are in the description and the pinned comment, so you can go ahead and check that out. But anyways, we have the Kashyyyk Trooper. It's only missing his helmet. If we can get the helmet though, it's another nice $12 to $13 minifigure. It's worth about that. We also have a Shock Trooper torso. That one is worth another solid, I'd say, $3. Jango Fett, I had seen that one in the pictures, so I knew we had that one. The torso of Jango Fett is actually another nice, I think, $8, something like that. So some really nice pieces, but honestly, any pieces that are like worth under $5, I stopped selling them separately because it just takes way too long to list actually. So what I do now is I just put them all in a bundle and then just sell them all together. So like I said, if you're interested in getting a really good deal on some pieces like the ARC Trooper legs and all those, then just check out my eBay store. I'll probably just do an auction or something like that. What else do we have in there? The Shadow Trooper is also another nice one. This one's a complete minifigure. Last time I checked, I think it was worth like $6. We have also the Gungan Warrior with the Jar Jar Binks head. Aside from that, I don't see anything too cool. Of course, we have some nice Clone Trooper gears. That's basically it. The Grievous leg is worth like $2-3. There's actually 2 Grievous's legs, so that's nice. Okay, and then I almost forgot about those because that bundle was so good. But yeah, we do have a bunch of minifigures here. I won't even open them up. They're mainly just Harry Potter. Nothing too crazy. They're all worth like $2. But you know what? There are some of you that do know a lot about the Lego minifigures from like other themes. I know more about Star Wars, but not really the other themes. So I'll show you what's in there. Just let me know if you see anything cool in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But I don't think they're like super valuable. To me, they're like $2-3 each, I'd say. Once again, I'll probably just list those all in a bundle. So if you're looking for a really good deal with a bunch of random pieces, you can get that. Of course, we have some random torsos. We'll open those up. Never know what you can find. There are maybe some superheroes. But let me just count the minifigures real quick just to see how much it's worth. Let's say it's $2 each. We got 2, 3. Oh, I just found this head. I'm gonna have to take that one because that one is like $5 right here. Bruh. Okay, so there's about 68 minifigures, so we'll just say it's about $140. Might be less than that. Let's estimate it at 140. Now let's open up this bag with a bunch of pieces just to see if there's anything cool. I doubt there's anything nice in there because I saw some pictures previously. For a second, I thought those were the Princess Leia smooth hair. That would be pure delusion. Imagine, it'd be crazy. I think it's just because of that Darth Malgus torso. I'm just so hyped up. Those pieces, those legs, I mean, are part of the Vader. So I don't know if the other parts are in there. I'll just put them aside because who knows, right? Maybe I can complete that minifigure later on. The only cool part that I found here is this Iron Man, the scuba diving Iron Man. I know that this one is worth quite a bit. I don't know how much. I'll be putting the prices. This one is also identified, so I don't know if it's worth more. It's Black Sensei Wu. So we'll see. Maybe those that are identified are worth more. But I'm not even gonna guess how much the pieces here are worth. It's kind of hard to guess, so I don't want to put a random estimate that doesn't make any sense. All right, in this bag right here, We have this snake, the Ninjago snake's head. So that one's worth quite a bit. Hopefully it's a real one though. It's hard to tell sometimes, especially for Ninjago because there's so many fakes. I don't see anything cool in there. Yeah, some accessories, random pieces. I'm not gonna complain, it's all good, but there's nothing really cool in this bundle here. Maybe just this Yoda head. I have no clue how much it's worth though. I'll put those two pieces aside, but for the rest, I mean, they're not in the best condition, right? So it's kind of just random pieces. I wish I could list them individually, but it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how the Bricklink sellers do it though. How do they like find time to list all the pieces individually one by one? Anyways, we are now finally approaching the last box. This video is actually, it's kind of a longer one. I wasn't expecting it to take that long, but I think with all the pieces that were nice, longer than expected. Last box, I think this one's the best. This one was 205 Canadian dollars. You'll soon see why it was worth more than the other boxes. It was the most expensive one. Those I know are not Star Wars sets. I'll just show them though, just for the sake of the video. So we have an accurate estimate at the end. Well, that's a little more accurate, right? Because I skipped all the pieces, but oh well. Those are Hidden Side sets, the Graveyard Mystery. They were what, 20 bucks a piece, 20 Canadian dollars a piece. So I decided to grab both. I don't know if the set is retired, but it says here Mastermind, it's $40. So I basically got them for half price. There's another one. This isn't the same one though. Okay, so we got one of the other set, two of these. Those were like 20 bucks each. This is the other one, but I don't know how much they're worth in total because I don't know if they're retired yet. It says 40 Canadian dollars. I got it for maybe 20. I don't remember. But I'll be showing the prices for all of them. Then we have this set. This one is retired from 2019. The Resistance Y-Wing Starfighter, brand new sealed. Very cool set right here. I got a deal for all of them. It might have been 75. Got it for cheaper than that though. 75 Canadian, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be a good price. Finally, this is probably the best set in the entire bundle, I would say, because it's the Ahsoka Starfighter from 2009 or 2010 from the Clone Wars. It has the stickers. The Ahsoka minifigures should be in there too. The most important piece in that is the droid from Ahsoka. So I'm gonna see if I can build it. I just got his torso here. You know what? Let's just open it up here in the box. Let's just at least build the minifigures. I want to make sure they're all there. We do have the most important piece, which is the head. It's actually the one that's worth the most, surprisingly enough, because I don't think it's the easiest part to lose. Sometimes I don't get the prices, honestly. I don't know how everything works. It's kind of weird. The head is more expensive than the legs, but to me, I feel like the head is harder to lose than the legs. Maybe not though. Anyways, we have it complete. That one alone is like 50 bucks or maybe a bit less, 40 US, somewhere along those prices. What's funny about it though is that this set was only 90 Canadian dollars. I saw that, I was like, holy crap, this is a crazy deal. I just got very lucky on that deal because 90 Canadian is what, like 60 USD? Just this minifigure alone is worth more. What's funny is that it's actually worth 150 US dollars. So with the deal I got after the negotiations, I mean, that was a steal. It was a crazy deal. Ahsoka is complete as well. However, okay, I didn't know about that. Even then though, it's still such a good price that I don't mind. This is the wrong Ahsoka. It's supposed to be a different one that's worth a lot more, because this is a $15 Ahsoka, maybe a bit less. It's supposed to be the Ahsoka with a different outfit that's worth like 30, 35, 40 bucks. Not as crazy of a deal as I thought it was, but even then, I think we can still sell that set for probably 120 US dollars. So it's not a big deal. And someone that just wants Ahsoka won't really mind. So at least the fact that Ahsoka's here is still really good. I was trying to find her blade. Well, I have her blade, but I was trying to find her hilt. Must be in there though, somewhere. So we'll just pack it all up. That was a really good deal. I'm really satisfied with this bundle. I hope you enjoyed it too. There were some crazy finds in there. The highlight for me was definitely the Darth Malgus's torso. But let me know what was your highlight in this bundle. I'm curious to know. Just let me know in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. You can watch this video right here. It's gonna be another amazing Lego Star Wars haul unboxing. And hopefully I see you there. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.